Hi guys, Franson here. Sorry for not uploading yesterday, by the way. You will see two videos today, including Nitro Dragons and this video. So, what you will see today is an Expo deck. Is the Expo back? I have seen another couple of YouTubers actually saying something about is the Expo back and everything. I think it's pretty much back for as of the last balance changes. So I've been experimenting a little bit with some decks and I just decided to go with the Expo for once. So this is the deck I'm using. So Expo, Skeleton Army, Goblin Barrel, Arrows, Spare Goblins, Mininoid, Zap, Valkyrie. So I'm using none, except for the Valkyrie, I'm using none of these hard hitters, or tanks, I guess. Minions are hard hitters actually, when they actually get to the tower, and then they can easily kill it. And Valkyrie is just a tank. That's about all, you know? I'm just talking about things like the Giant that can just is a tank and also does tanky damage. Same goes for the Prince and everything, and this thing, those are the real tanks and the real things. You just pretty much know what I'm talking about. So we are going to take a look at 2 wins and 1 loss as usual. So I'll show you what this deck is good against and what not. I've actually won quite a few battles and also had quite a few draws with this one. The losses, nothing much until I came to a certain point, and I'm stuck at 231 now. So yes, I'm still at 2000 trophies. But that doesn't matter, I'm here to show off decks. So I'll see you guys when I just open the first battle. Alright, so as you can see, this guy has the Miner. So I'm already facing legendaries, of course. So I will now show you what I've been doing. So I've been putting the Goblin Barrel, see if he has the Zap. Yes, he had the Zap. I almost got a hit in, or 3 actually. But yeah, I didn't know what to push. This was my very first battle with this deck. I'm gonna be honest about that. So he's winning with his Elixir, unfortunately. So yeah, he's putting the Knight down and the Minion Hordes. As I put down my Minion Horde. And yeah, this is basically where the Minion Horde goes down. Arrows are useless. And here I get some damage in with those 3 minions. And like I already said earlier in the video, they do a lot of damage if they get to the tower. And as you can see, I got the tower down by quite a lot of health. So Skeleton Army is buffed now. Decided to go for it here. Spare Goblins on the Miner. Didn't really have much against the Miner, by the way. So that's why the Miner decided to get some hits in here. He didn't really do all too much, to be honest, but still 600 damage on his own. So I was busy holding off the Barbarians. So yeah, that took me a lot of energy actually. And yeah, he decides to go with the Archers. Archers aren't really too big of a deal for me to kill. So here I decide to go with all of I've been doing right here to initiate that push. You know, first of the Archers, otherwise they will be doing a ton of damage. And yeah, here comes the Muskie, and yeah, there go the minions, of course. They get some hits in on the Muskie, but it's not enough. So I decided to go for the Skeleton Army here. You need to be very careful with the Expo placement, by the way, because the Expo's range is this much. It just does a lot of damage. So yeah, I decided to go with the Spare Goblins and the Valkyrie. I want to speak too fast sometimes. So yeah, Valkyrie incoming and just dies basically. The Archers still do a lot of damage actually, but this guy, yeah, he was almost level 9 I think, judging by everything he did. So Zap, Goblin Barrel, he decided to go with the Miner. This was almost a close call, by the way. Almost a close call as well, by the way. If you do it right. So Arrows on top of it, but didn't really work the way I wanted it to. So I'm actually down to 700 right now. That push got me a little. So yeah, the Barbarians are quite hard to push against it. But as you can see, the Valkyrie comes in against all of these together with the Skeleton Army, and they get down a lot. So he decides to zap my Skeleton Army. Doesn't really matter for me. Mininoid goes down, Goblins go down, and yeah, there goes the damn Miner again. He still doesn't know I have the Expo. I've been having the Expo in my draw for the entire time. So here I go with the Goblin Barrel. Barbarians on top, or not on top, in front of the Goblin Barrel, so they did get some damage in because they had to walk around the tower, these lazy bastards. So here I don't know, I was wasting energy here pretty much. So yeah, he comes with another push, so Minion Horde here, and yeah, he couldn't do anything against this Valkyrie right on top of the Miner. I almost lost here, I have to be honest. As you can see, he got my tower down to 116. So what did I do? Goblin Barrel over there. and the Expo is down, guys. And there it goes, and now it locks on into the tower. Arrows on top of the Mininoid, done. I said good game, done. Nothing he could do. So 116 life and I still survive. Yeah, all he had to do was switch back to his miner. So that was just how much the Expo actually does it. I didn't even notice. I put the Expo down there. So the Expo in this thing was the key shot here. If he got another miner off, I would be dead. But I won against him anyway. So I'll see you when I get into the next battle. So here's the next battle, and as you can see, this guy is having 3 musketeers and a P.E.K.K.A. and a minion horde as his draw. This was one heavy deck, and all I had to do, I had small units, so I didn't want to show my Expo, and I saw that he was putting the P.E.K.K.A. down, so I knew he was low on energy. Here comes the Expo straight away with the Valkyrie to counter anything that he goes against it. And as you can see, he puts the rocket down while my Valkyrie and the Expo get a lot of damage. And as you can see here, they did over 1000 damage. Skeleton army against P.E.K.K.A. He doesn't have anything against the P.E.K.K.A. unfortunately for him. And P.E.K.K.A. goes down easily to the skeleton army. Now it's buffed this way. So, of course, Bomber gets in one hit. Didn't really matter for me. Arrows on top of the Mininoid. Almost missed one there actually. I was a little bit too early on the placement. So, as you can see, I am on top of his energy line the entire time. Still even after putting the goblins down. So he goes with the balloon here on the left, and I go with another Expo, and it locks on into the tower again. And as you can see, it goes down. It's done now. It's done. There's nothing you can do about it. And there goes the balloon on the left side, putting my minion on right on top of that thing. And there goes the balloon quite easily. And the Expo still focusing on that musketeer. This is how it's supposed to be used. It's used as a offensive first, and then it turns defensive straight away. That's what you get if you play with an extremely heavy deck and have no Elixir Collector at all. So I decided to go with the left tower here because the crown tower was just too much. So yeah, the Expo was still up, but didn't really do much. So the Goblin Barrel got some things in. You can even try to actually get more towers than one down, you know. But all the decks I've been making lately, there's nothing much to do against them actually. So he puts another thing against, as you can see right here. So Mininoid on top of the P.E.K.K.A, arrows on top of everything that's behind it before they actually kill it, and zap against that bomber because that bomber wasn't down yet. Valkyrie gets a decent shot in against that thing. So he splits up his musketeers, decides to go for another Expo. Am I getting greedy here? No, because I saw the 3 musketeer drop. He was done. So yeah, here he comes, trying to do as much damage as he can with the balloon. And yeah, there the balloon goes down, of course, because he couldn't do anything against the Expo. So muskies are incoming. I decided to just take the hit on the right actually. And when I saw that he was going to push on the right, done. You're gone. So he got some damage in both of my towers, but yeah, I decided to give him a good game. And this thumbs up, you know, like just a good game, nothing else. And now I'm going for a loss. So I'll see you guys when I actually found that loss. So from what I can remember from this battle is that it actually was a nice battle to actually have against this guy from Royale 194. So arrows, why the fuck did I say arrows there? So big mistake on my end, I unlocked his crown tower, wasn't the meaning to do that in the first place. So arrows there, Mininoids right on top of the Hawk Rider, and Hawk Rider is down. So there comes the minion horde, and he decides to go with another archer crew, you know. My minions do get a decent amount of damage in, like 200-300 against him. And yeah, then his guy or girls come against me again, so he has quite a heavy deck, as you can see as well. I didn't know why I lost this one, to be honest. I think it was supposed to be because of greediness. So yeah, Hawk. Here I saw that he was going for the Elixir Collector, so I decided to go for the Expo straight away. And I was knowing that he was going to put his minions on top of that, so I just decided to let my thing go down. And yeah, the minions didn't do anything to me, so 2 towers down to 1800 for him, and 1 tower down to 1600 for me. So yeah, now it's going to be a little bit more playing strategic, you know. When I get to 10 LX, I wanted to just play with what I got. So, Spear Goblins to actually just counter the Barbarians as much as they can, you know. I know that the Goblins actually don't... I know the Barbarians are too much for Goblins, you know, but still. So they did get a decent shot at the left tower, as you can see right now. But that really, yeah, as you can see, that just did a little bit too much. Of course, just with that rage spell. So, what I was going to do here is just, of course, another Elixir Collector. So I decided to go with the Expo here. I also had a bad one, yeah, how do you say this properly? Never mind on that. So, putting the Skeleton Army down there, this is actually one of the first time he's using his Zap, so I decided to take the hits from the Hog Rider, you know, and just go on with my life from there. So, Valkyrie and Goblins incoming, and yeah, he decides to defend. I knew he had nothing to defend with, because he already had his things, but minions don't get in there in time, unfortunately, so Hog Rider does the deal with the Barbarians and everything. Unfortunately, that Zap was crucial there. And yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do here actually. I just went for a push, you know, just a straight push out of the blue. And yeah, he countered that meh. He countered it meh-ish, you know, he went too far a little bit, to be honest. But yeah, I just decided to troll him a little bit. I'm not sure why, you know. Don't get me wrong, you know, I don't hate these people actually who win against me. I used to be a bad sport actually when I lost one. So let's open a giant chest that you actually saw. So yeah, we are currently receiving mini Nords for days. So yeah, let's see if we can get... I'm not sure if we can even get a legendary out of this chest, but that's a lot of gold that I actually do need. Oh yes, fuck the hell yes. Finally I get the gods. Oh, I can make so much more decks now. Much more relevant decks. A bunch of mega minions, I can upgrade that as well now. Oh, hell yes! That was very necessary. Where are you guys? Oh, you guys are 3! Oh, I didn't know. Shield points 150, okay. 3 Ruthless Bone Brothers. Knock off their shields, and all that's left is 3 Ruthless Bone Brothers. Alright, so finally I got that card, the gods. Holy shit, it took me a while. Finally, but yeah, give this deck a go. If you know how to play with it like I did. I went from 2000 to 2150, so I had like 5 wins in a row, then I got back down, then I got back up. So it's kind of like most decks that you see from me, you know, basically just up and down. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode here. I'm going to upgrade this thing because I'm getting a little bit annoyed by the fact that there was even one battle that I couldn't kill the damn minions in because they were level 10 and my arrows were level 7, so now they're level 8, so that's gone as well. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Can we get 3 likes at least for this video? And I'll see you guys later in the next video. Bye bye!